57. So this is the 26th of November, and we are in emotional intelligence for greater happiness and success. And we also will talk about transform stress, fear, and anger. So in this counseling training that was psychotherapeutically oriented, please, Sunita Lama, and can everybody please open their camera? Condition for being here is the open camera. Thank you.
Sure. I'm going to be connecting with clients, doctor. Is that okay?
No, you are okay. You are okay.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the clients that are supposed to come. And so in this counseling training, I had a fantastic experience that I never forget until today. So we were supposed to bring clients, and I had a client that was called depression. She thought she had depression. She believed she had depression. And she came on, we were 26 counselors, and there was the stage, and every counselor would come with their client, and then the trainer would comment, and we would learn. Everybody opened up and was, very earnest about their difficulties because they knew it was about learning and that they would learn more. So Karen was my client's name, and she came up on stage like this. And she would say, it's so hard, it's so hard. And she was slouching down and then sitting down. I declared to the whole audience that I'm not satisfied with the results that I could create for Karen. I gave her 7 sessions times 1 hour. It was part of the counseling program. There was Tanya, one of my favorite of these psychotherapeutic teachers. She was so knowledgeable about emotions. And she said to Karen, maybe what you thought was your emotional difficulty is actually just a signal for you to do something differently. And I never forget this moment of seeing Karen raise her shoulders, breathe deeply, and she was not smiling. Certainly, I never saw this woman smile, but she raised her mouth corners just a tiny bit. Her whole physiology changed. She said only one response. She said, oh, that. And then she walked off stage much more erect and much more fluently. And I said to myself, in 7 hours, asking her about her depression, I did not get such a response. And I was wondering what kind of response this is. And so after all the clients were gone and they thanked goodbye for their learnings, everybody was there to learn. And we counselors, 26 of us, would sit with the teachers and learn more and could ask questions. And I asked Tanya, how could you change Karen around with only one long question? And I read it again. Maybe what you thought was I had it written down. What you thought was your emotional difficulty is actually just a signal for you to do something differently. Wow, that's an amazing idea. And Tanya answered, I believe that people don't have problems and people don't need fixing. People only need to learn how to reorganize their emotions. And I was writing down how to reorganize their emotions. And she said one more thing. She said, I also believe that people always do the best that they can, given their circumstances and given the skills that they have. If they could do better, they would do better. So the way how Tanya approached Karen was so very differently that she created a greater result. And I was so eager to know what Tanya knew. The event was done. All the trainers left with their carry-ons towards the shuttle bus back to the airport. It was a whole month training. We had 3 times 1 month full training. And I ran after her. I was such an eager student. I said, where did you learn this? Where did you learn this? You know something that is not the normal counseling and, psychotherapy training. And as she left, she said, emotional intelligence. This was in 1987. And I said, what? She said, emotional intelligence. And again, I wrote this word down. I never had heard something like this before. Emotional intelligence. And up she was. And I couldn't ask her more questions. So imagine this was before Google. Now did I find out what is emotional intelligence? I was searching. I had that scrap paper in my jeans. I remember that jeans for a long time. Until that was in Seattle, Washington. I was living in the United States. Until in a organic health food store, I found the word. I found it on a bulletin board, was written emotional intelligence and emotional intelligence training. And there was the address. This was the days when you would still drive up to somebody's house. And I drove up to the house and I enrolled for my first emotional intelligence training. And what I would like to tell you is that in 2 days of this training, it was stretched over several weekends. In the first 2 days, I got more results than in 2 years psychotherapy training. It was so wonderfully organized about what you want to accomplish. It was oriented towards immediately re-imprinting things. It was not about digging in problems, but it was about helping everyone to find solutions. And it was so practical that I was at awe. And I was in a difficult situation in my life, actually in a very difficult marriage. I was first, everything was so wonderful. And then you know how it is after some time, the truth comes out. And I could change my situation. I could change the way the family addressed me. I addressed the family differently. I got out of the toxic environment and rented a room in a place with my very best girlfriend. And my whole life changed because this emotional intelligence training, a 2-day training, imagine. And I learned about emotions in a way that from then on, I continued to study. I met neuro-linguistic programming on the way. And if anyone would like to hear more about neuro-linguistic programming, kindly please ask at any time. I'd like to start this evening about emotional intelligence now and help you with several tips and tricks. And I would like to make it very hands-on so that you get tools that you can take away that are practical. And in the end, in about 1 hour from now, we will talk about a training that you can take, because this is a free event for you to learn. First of all, it is also a promotional event where you will learn that you can take a 2-day training that is on the 20th and 21st of December. In Pune, it will be on site and also online. All our trainings are hybrid and it works really, really well. So we are thinking about emotional intelligence. I would like to ask you, who has heard of Daniel Goleman? Can I see hands? Oh, please, a condition for tonight is to have the windows on. Nazar and Naftita and Shima, could you please keep your windows on? Windows open, camera on. Please, camera on. Naftia, Najib, please keep your camera on. Thank you. Yes, and Sunita?
Yes. Yes.
Your hand is up.
Okay.
Did you raise your hand?
No, I just put up my hand to say that I've heard of Daniel Goleman.
You have read Daniel Goleman?
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to give big kudos to Daniel Goleman, because he did immense work in this field and he wrote many books, wonderful books I recommend to read. And he came out with the term emotional intelligence first time in about the 80s. And this is the Quattro circle that Daniel Goleman uses. It is based on the work of Peter Salovey. And after Daniel Goleman, this Talent Smart organization was created. You can also get books from Talent Smart. I was personally connected to one of their trainers, and we did a lot of research together. And there's a podcast, remind me, and I can pass on that podcast. So the famous foundation of emotional intelligence is very simple. The bubble one on the left side is self-awareness, and from self-awareness derives self-management. Emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness. Then it is about how do we manage our own emotions. And then it is about social awareness. How much do we actually notice other people, can experience other people, relate with them, and that's the bubble 4 called relationship, or you could say social management. So these are the 4 structural elements in emotional intelligence that we also use in our training. However, in our training, we go even far beyond, because the emotional intelligence you learn with Dr. Doris, myself, I'm a trainer since 36 years and teach emotional intelligence since 1990. And here are the different tests that you can do to measure your emotional intelligence. One is called Ruvenbar, one is called MEIS, one is called SASQ. Then, of course, there are tests from Talent Smart. And then there is the Dr. Doris EQ EQ skill test. And that EQ skill test is amazing. And for all these emotional intelligence tests, you pay a lot of money. And if you come to our 2-day training, you get this amazing 70-question emotional intelligence before the training and after the training. So you will get right away an EQ score test that is directly measured on your abilities and on your skills. So it is not a psychometric, it's a hands-on test. And you can take it with you and do it again after a month and do it again after 2 months. It's very valuable questions around emotional intelligence. It will be done before the workshop and after the workshop so that you can literally get the results. And I'm so proud to announce that in about 4 years back, for 2 years, we researched every single student who came to the emotional intelligence training, 2 days before and after, and we score 64% EQ increase in 2 days. This is phenomenal, and it is certainly valuable to consider this. So there's the IQ, the intellectual quotient. Then there's the EQ, who is around since 1980. And you would be probably interested to get your EQ measured or tested. I'm curious, has anyone ever yet done an EQ test?
No.
Emotional quotient test, Paranjit? No? Sunita?
No.
No? All right. So let me quickly ask because the group is small, more will yet join. I would like to know, what would you like to learn about emotional intelligence? I'd like to really make everyone happy here so that everyone can get out at the end of the evening with results. I'm so curious, Paranjit, we have talked a little bit. What is it that you would like to get out of this evening? What would you like to learn, Paranjit?
Basically, going back to my HR jobs, I would like to understand people more better.
Yes, you will be getting another HR job. You have already worked in HR. Right now, you are looking for another employment and you want to understand people better.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And yes, of course, counseling is part of HR. If I know this, like the way first example, Dr. Greeny had just given us, he was talking about counseling part. That's how we do it. I think I'm on the right path.
Nice.
I feel I'm on the right path.
You are welcome, Paranjit. You're welcome. Stick with those learnings and they will give you an amazing difference. And Sunita, Lama, what is it that you would like to accomplish by taking this class tonight?
Greater, deeper insights, hands-on activities, I guess. So, yes.
Nikita? Nikita, are you there? Thank you. Please turn your video on. That makes me very happy. Keep your video on. I want to see you. What is it that you would like to accomplish, Nikita?
Yes, today from your this lecture, I just want to know about sometime we cannot control our emotions. Means even for a small things also we become troubled. So just I want to get idea from your talk that which are the ways or how we can control our emotions and not get troubled so much.
I'm so curious but there are so many emotions. Which emotions specifically are you talking about, Nikita?
Like our day to day, whatever we are doing, like sometimes we become too much angry, too much anxious, too much worried, and
Angry or worried. Okay. Yes, we will talk about this tonight. Very good. So first we need to understand the survival emotions that we should not touch because they are the emotion that protect our survival. And so, for example, when you go along the street and the brick is about to fall onto you, if you would not huff and puff and get anxiety and adrenals up, you would not be normal. So when your child nearly runs into the street, of course, you get heightened adrenals. And let's understand that emotions are triggered from our limbic brain. Could everybody please place their hand in the back of their skull here and say, this is my limbic brain. This
is my limbic brain.
My limbic brain. This is the reptile brain. So the reptile brain is shooting out the adrenals. The reptile, before your body goes into an emotion, it needs a message from your brain, right? Because not everybody reacts the same to the same situation. So for some of us, the information that goes to the limbic brain will be taken in a way that the limbic brain shoots out hormones. So first through the sympathetic nervous system, then the adrenals are kicking and cortisol and other chemicals, of course, also. And so our limbic brain is the one that, for example, Nikita, produces what is called anger. Somebody does something and we are shouting back as if we have no choice. And pardon me, let me be a little provocative, may I?
Yes.
That is like an animal. I have read Alfred Korzybski's work, and it's amazing how he basically describes in his 600 pages that humans are troubled by reacting like animals instead of humans. It means that when this reaction, not response, when this reaction comes, it is triggered from your limbic brain. This is your limbic brain. Would you then please take your two hands and touch the forefront? Everybody, please touch your forefront and now say, this is my neocortex.
This is my neocortex.
This is my neocortex. And the neocortex we have as humans, it is the biggest. No creature is known to have such a large neocortex, and it is built on what? On language. So what is it that human beings can do that animals who mainly function with the limbic brain, reptile brain, cannot do? We can reflect. We can recognize. We can metacognize. Sunita, what else? What can the human do that the animal cannot do?
We can give reasons, we can think of logics.
Yes. Yes. And also we have a multiple, infinite ability to speak, to reason, to rationalize, and to be creative. Humans are meant to be creative. So whenever you should react, Paranjit, as you so nicely shared with us. And Nikita, please remember, it is from my limbic brain. When I huff and puff and shout, it is from my limbic brain. But I don't want my blood to flow automatically to my limbic brain. Can you say it again? I want my blood to flow to my neocortex. Would you say that, please?
I want my blood to flow to my neocortex.
So I have the ability to take a deep breath so that I have the ability to stop. That I have the ability to reflect. That I have the ability to think before I speak. And you can. I will give you as much about this as I can in 1 hour. But needless to say, emotional intelligence is a body of knowledge, and it is many skills to learn. But the basic, most important thing is, please remember, when you huff and puff, breathing too hard, heartbeat too high, begin to shout and say things that you wish you would not have said, have fear and trembling, it's your limbic brain. And your very good, Paranjit, and your neocortex is perfectly capable to step back, to be rational, to think at least, wait a moment, and to reflect. And it doesn't mean that we should not have anger. No, it is natural to have anger. And it doesn't mean we should not have fear. No, every human being has to deal with fear. But we have to understand that stress is fear. And it comes from the limbic brain and nowhere else. So our job applying emotional intelligence is to get away from this limbic reactions. So we want to talk about emotional intelligence. Let's start first with what is emotional intelligence? Well, I think emotional unintelligence is when actually many people, not people in this room, otherwise you would have not booked this class and you would not have linked into this class, when people are too serious, nearly bitter, and actually cannot feel their emotion. That is the syndrome number 1. And guess what? It's the most people in the world. It's called living a robotic life, just going to work, making money, watching TV, and living a life as if there is nothing to it in a very automated way. Syndrome number 2 is denial. That is when actually we know something else is going on, but we pretend as if it's not going on and everything is just good. Everything is just good. I had a lady that I was talking to last week, and she revealed to me, people very quickly reveal their hardest, deepest, most intimate problems with me. And she told me that she was raped when she was 16 years old. But it's okay, she says, but it's okay. And I'm coping with it. I'm coping with it. But no, I cannot even allow a man to come close to me. I said, you are not coping with it. If you don't allow a man to even come close to you now, 10 years after it happened, you have to do something. This whole emotional complex has to be opened, released, and reprogrammed. Otherwise, you will run out your whole life in denial that everything is okay. Everything is okay. Who understands what I'm saying? You're deeply troubled. Actually, something really bothers you, but you pretend as if nothing is there. Now, let's put by the side that sometimes we have to. It's actually a professional skill. And for example, if you have a strong emotional rush and you are at work and your boss is coming, of course you have to deny it. And of course, in that moment, you have to suppress it. Is everybody with me? Yes? You understand what I'm saying? So from time to time, we deny the emotion. We don't feel it at that moment, and that's even intelligent. But if you live your life denying something that has once happened and pretending as if everything is okay, everything is okay, everything is okay, that is not emotional intelligence. Who understands the denial syndrome a little better now? Yes, Sunita, is it a little clearer? Nikita, is it a little clearer? Oh, kindly please keep your video on, Paranjit. It was so nice to see you. Thank you.
I'm having some connection problems. I'm trying my best.
All right. Pavan Kumar, could you please turn your video on? We have talked recently. We would love to see you. Pavan Kumar Dalmia, would you please turn your video on? I'm so happy to see you. Thank you. Please keep your video on, sir, please. Don't get... Are you driving?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't get disturbed by us, but it's nice if we see you, please. So the third syndrome is called the roller coaster syndrome. That means maybe in the morning you are happy. Then something happens, somebody says something to you that really makes you angry, and boom, your mood is down. Then something else happens and somebody praises you and your mood is up, and then it's down and it's up and it's down and it's up. Who knows that? Who knows the roller coaster syndrome? Paranjit, do you some?
I understand that, yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe mostly our moods changes. As per situation, we are going to an office, we meet some person who drives rashly into you, your mood gets upset. They walk into the office, you meet people, changes. Again, something unpleasant happens, and the mood gets spoiled.
Yes.
That's what I understand.
Yes. So, Paranjit, would you agree that we shouldn't make those emotions dependent on our circumstances and everybody around it, because this roller coaster syndrome is unintelligent. It's not emotional intelligence. It means that you are taking on emotions from others, or that you are simply too much allowing others, so to say, into your space. It's none of your business, right? And then that is number 4 would be that, who knows, you feel grumpy. It happens. We are not always happy. Can I see hands? Who knows to feel grumpy? And you know that when you speak from that place to somebody else, it's going to be disaster. You are aware. And then you do it anyways. Who knows that? Isn't it amazing?
We lose the control.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we are actually aware, but we speak it. That is emotional intelligence. And don't feel bad about it, because it happens to everyone. We simply have to increase our awareness and increase our skill level so that we can respond more emotional intelligence. So the next maybe shocking news for you is that emotions are actually not real. Emotions are made up in your mind. They are made up by how you think about it, how you perceive it. They are made up how you talk to yourself, the commentary that happens inside of you, and also your inner pictures and your inner movies. Because the same event would occur and somebody is highly upset, somebody is emotional reactive, somebody doesn't do anything about it, somebody has no feeling at all. So everybody responds to emotions very, very
आज सुबह में मिला था ना तुम्हें, तुम्हारे बच्चे के बारे में पूछ रहा था.
So emotional intelligence is not about removing or controlling or suppressing emotions, because that does not work. Emotional intelligence is about accepting and acknowledging emotions, building our ability to respond rationally when it is required, to build our goal, to build our ability to step away. And it is about developing choice when feeling emotions. It is our ability to shift and change emotions, and of course, to handle them professionally. Because in every professional environment, most people do this 360 leadership test, and right there, you will get your feedback about how you are with emotions and whether emotions have you or you have them. So, of course, emotional intelligence is also about your ability to enjoy emotions and increase feeling happy. I believe we are meant to be happy. I believe that originally we are naturally happy. We have just been conditioned and influenced in ways that is emotional, unintelligent, to be anything less but contented and happy, regardless of our circumstances and regardless of what happens to us, because life happens and it happens to everyone, and everyone experiences challenges in their lives. And emotional intelligence is also about learning to express emotions, but adequately, appropriately, at the right time and at the right place. It is about bringing our potential into action. And it is not something that can be reached like this. It is actually constantly evolving. So once we learn to be with our emotions more consciously, you can say it is like an emotional intelligence gym. It's like going to the gym and building your physical muscles. In emotional intelligence, you do some work to build the neural pathways that will keep you emotionally more happy, peaceful, and clean. There are practices to do in order to accomplish this. So the question that you can simply ask yourself is, are your emotions running you, or are you running your emotions? What would you say? Who would say, yes, sometimes the emotions are running me? Whenever you respond in ways you would not want to respond, your emotions are running you. Yes? Who knows that? Can I see hands? Sabat, Sarah, you are so welcome. Would you kindly please keep your video on?
She's at work, Doris.
Yes, it's all right, Gregory. I will handle this. If it is possible to please open your window just for a second, Saba, so that we can get to know you.
She's part of our batch, Doris, the level 2 transformational coaches.
You are very, very welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apologies. Yeah. So I'm part of that. But yeah, I was just following, and yeah, I'm very much one of those. Sometimes my emotions runs my thoughts and actions. Yeah.
Yes, sometimes the emotions are faster and run you instead of you running them. Thank you so much, Saba. So the emotions that we experience as limiting would be typically those. And I let you read them. Can everybody read the PowerPoint? Yes, let's not read them out loud, because I believe that once we speak them, we have to feel them too much. So let's just read them. And as you read this list of the unresourceful or limiting emotion, would you please add the ones that maybe bother you or that you know and that you think should be part of the list? Because I'm not claiming that all emotions are on that list. Who can identify several of these emotions on that list? Thank you, Dr. Alia. Who else? Thank you. Thank you. And emotions that make us feel good are these. Can we please read them? Everybody, can you read one of them? Ease, satisfaction,
laughter, contentment, humor.
Dr. Alia, I cannot hear you. Yes, Kularana.
Enthusiasm, excitement.
Yes. Sunita.
Passion, gratefulness, trust, pride,
love, humor. Yes, Sunita, can you read some? Pavan Kumar, can you read some? Confidence, dignity, power, joy, grace, fun, relaxation, peace. And again, this list can be longer and longer and longer. And what we need to start to do is actually really differentiate the emotions that we don't want to give energy to, the emotions that we need to step out of, literally step out of, and the emotions that we want to feel more need to get more of our attention. Because too many people are just stuck in what they don't want to feel. And then they constantly tell themselves, but I don't want to be worried, but I don't want to be worried, but I don't want to be troubled, but I don't want to be troubled. I'm feeling angry, but I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be angry. What is happening when you say that or do that? Yes, thank you, Sunita. You put energy to it. You actually make it more. So let's practice one important tip that, of course, Gularana, Dr. Alia, and Saima and Bhavika already know very well. But let's introduce this to Pavan Kumar and to Sunita, to Dr. Ambreen and Nikita and Saba. I think you know it also, but let's practice it. So whenever you are aware that some emotion that is limiting you, that is not feeling good, that is making you feel bad, is running you, would you please make a step to make your awareness stronger? And it goes like this. Take your right hand. Everybody, please pat yourself on your left shoulder and say, I noticed.
I noticed.
I noticed this emotion is limiting. This emotion is a troublesome emotion. This emotion is, I'm not choosing it. And to basically embrace the emotions that you want to feel more. Many times we fight the emotions. We have just already done this actually. And then we say, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be worried. I don't want to be worried. And it's as if you are pushing it. Everybody, could you push your hands? So if this is the emotion and you say, no, I don't want you. No, I don't want you. No, I don't want you. You are resisting it. And you are making it stronger. Can you feel it? By pushing and by resisting, yes, Paranjit, can you notice? You make it stronger. Yay. Hello, Dr. Ambreen. You are so welcome. We would love if you could please put your video on. And maybe what you thought was your emotional difficulty is actually just a signal for you to do something different. Could we please all say that together? I would love for this sentence to go with you into forever. It's such an important emotional intelligence sentence. Can we please speak it? Maybe what you thought. Everybody please out loud. Let's start. Maybe what you thought
was your emotional
was your emotional difficulty
is just a signal
for doing something differently.
Who thinks this is true? Who thinks this is a good idea? Very good. Very good. So accept the emotion, not fight it. So when we fight, we give it energy. Stop fighting, notice, and immediately embrace the emotion. Accept it. Could you please hold your hands like this? And now if this is the emotion, you are making it friend. You say, I befriend you. I create friendship. I say yes to you. That is when emotional intelligence begins. Just only begins. So we want to transform resistance into assistance. What is the benefit, the secondary gain, or the byproduct that the emotion has? So when the woman that I talked to you about, who had been sexually abused, and she said it is influencing her emotionally every single day. She's thinking about it. Her family is judging her, because someone abused her, and she is not able to open up to someone and really create a positive relationship. Now, I asked her, how ready are you to change? And she said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I said, do you believe you can heal this? Do you believe you can overcome this? She said, yes. And I said, there's only one thing that is required. You need to be committed and do something about it. But if you use it as if it's shielding you, if you hang on to it, see, it's called the negative emotion syndrome. Sometimes people just hang on to their negative emotions because they have built them so long. This woman has protected herself and tried to overcome it and created so many defense mechanisms that she was not even really totally committed to change it. So the negative emotion syndrome means we hold on to the negative emotion because we know it. At least we know something. And we repetitively play the victim again and play the victim again and play the victim again. Or we know we get easily frustrated, we get easily angry, and we again react frustrated, we again react frustrated, we again react angry, and maybe we have to start to look behind what does this anger actually do for you? What is the positive byproduct? I asked this to AJ, a young man who had a very terrible anger problem. It would nearly make him lose his job. And already his children and peers of his children were saying, your papa is very angry man. And he was embarrassed. He said, it gives me energy. It makes me feel dynamic. It makes me feel alive. Again, he was hanging on to this pattern. He was hanging on. He was not really saying, I'm 100% committed to change this. No. He was justifying it and repeating it and repeating it. And I said to AJ, look, before you come to this emotional intelligence class, he was about to enroll for this emotional intelligence class. How committed are you to make a difference? How committed are you to really let go of this, what you call anger, shouting, getting irritated, arguing with people? And it took me at least 20 minutes of a deep, heart-to-heart conversation with AJ until he understood that he has to first be committed. He has to be committed to change. Otherwise, it change. As long as we do, oh, everything is good, I can survive, everything is just good enough. Nothing will change. So we often have to find out what is this emotion that is running me actually giving me. And then we transform resistance into assistance. We improve our choices and our power to lead ourselves. I'm curious, you spoke earlier. Is Nikita still here? Nikita, Nikita, you are still here. And Paranjit, you have mentioned a few emotions that are bothersome. So if you would ask yourself, what am I actually getting out of hanging on to worry? And continue to worry and continue to worry. What is it giving me? What is positive about it? What could some answer be?
I'm not worried. I'm looking for.
I just meant to give one example. Can we just do this example? So if somebody is worried and holds on to worry, what could be the positive intention?
Maybe they just want to keep themselves aware,
to keep
so that they don't.
busy. Yeah.
Or be responsible, like it also helps you to be responsible. Like if I worry, I will finish the task on time. So I'm responsible. Responsibility, if I'm responsible, I ought to worry, like, and be on task.
You use worry in order to get things done.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, the question is, we could say in emotional intelligence, we say this is negative motivation. It is punishment motivation, because the feeling worry is not a good feeling. Now, don't feel bad about it. We all know it and we all do it. But the question is, are you ready to positively motivate yourself? Are you ready? Are you ready to make a change and rather positively motivate yourself? Ask yourself that. You don't need to know the answer to the question today, but this is what you need to ask yourself, because many times we just hold onto it out of habituation. And I would like to introduce to you one technique that we will do very often and intensively in the emotional intelligence training. And it is called emotion yoga. And in emotion yoga, we simply consciously step into the emotions that we want to feel more. So rather than getting hooked into, okay, I'm worried, I'm troubled, I'm reacting angry. How about stepping into relaxation? Could we do this just for fun together? So if you can't stand up, it will be a little favorable for you. Then you can make a more physical step. And would you please invite relaxation and raise your knees or move your feet under your table, please, or wherever you are sitting, and step into relaxation. And could you please say loud to yourself, I am feeling relaxed. Yes, everybody, please raise your knees.
I'm feeling relaxed, yeah.
And like yoga, in yoga, they say do this position or do this position or do this position. And you stay in that position. In emotion yoga, we call the emotion and then we step into the emotion. So please, would you step into relaxation and then move around a little bit and speak out loud, I am feeling relaxed.
I am feeling relaxed.
I am feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
I am feeling relaxed.
I am inviting relaxation. You can say it in many different ways. I'm inviting more and more relaxation in my life. In order
I'm inviting
to do good
relaxation.
things, we have to relax. We have to be able to let go. I am feeling relaxed. Everybody, I am feeling relaxed.
I'm feeling
I am
relaxed.
feeling relaxed.
Very good. And would you then please step out of relaxed and shake it off and shake it off? Tonight, because the time is so short, we are not going to practice the limiting emotion, which you also will practice in the emotional intelligence training, because it's all about awareness and we are not judging any emotions. Would we now please do positive emotion yoga only? And how about we step into joy? Would you please raise your legs and step into joy? And say to yourself, I am feeling joyous. Would you please say,
I am feeling
joyous?
joyous.
Joy. I am feeling joyous. I'm feeling joy.
Enjoy.
I'm feeling joy.
I am feeling joy.
I am
Enjoyed.
feeling joy. Paranjit,
I
how
am
is it?
feeling
I am
joy.
feeling joy.
I'm feeling joy. I'm feeling joy.
So when you feel joy, how is your facial muscles? How is your chest? How does your body feel? Yes, Sunita?
Relaxed.
Relaxed. Yes, Sunita?
The body feels much more open.
The body is
welcoming.
more open.
Yes, much more spacious.
Patience.
Spacious. The heart feels
Spacious.
much more spacious, and I mean it's a kind of you begin to feel a sense of awe.
A sense of awe. Enjoy can be a sense of awe. Thank you. Amazing. How is it in your body when you say, I am feeling joyous, Paranjit?
Feel relaxed.
It's relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's relaxing. In fact, I feel the focus comes like, yes, in a feeling comes and yes, I'm happy. I'm joyful. Comes naturally. When you say that to yourself, you feel relaxed and joyful.
Exactly. So in emotion yoga, you will practice to just step into the positive emotion. We all deserve to feel relaxation more, to feel joyous and happiness more every day. But please don't wait until it falls from the sky. Do something about it. Step into the emotion and speak to yourself and say, I choose now to feel happy. I choose now to feel joyous. Is this a good idea? And don't put so much energy into the emotions that don't work. Leave them. Step into the one that work and that help you. Who's ready to do something really amazing tonight? How about we laugh together? And we laugh for at least 1 minute. Would you please step into laughter and notice that laughter is the most rejuvenating, positive emotion humans have. And that I don't know any person in all my 36 years of working with emotional intelligence who laughs too much. I only know people who laugh too little. And even I'm practicing it regularly, I could still laugh more. So can we please laugh and laugh with the consciousness of that it's worthwhile to laugh more? Can we please laugh?
Sorry, Doris. I'm running a sore throat. I'm not laughing with you. I just smile.
Dr. Doris, not able to hear you.
Deep breath. And for just a moment, would you please close your eyes and observe your body? What did this laughter do to your body and your soul?
Made it feel lighter.
Much lighter. And what else? I feel like bubbles going up and down in me. Bubble, 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 bubble. Happy, isn't it?
It feels everything is so beautiful.
Yes. Yes. And laughter is happening everywhere in the world. They call it laughter yoga. They call it laughter meditation. And, sometimes you see little clubs of people sitting around and laughing together. And laughter is promoted in many ways because it's really 49. It's really the emotion that rejuvenates us and it helps us also in healing. There is somebody called John Kabat-Zinn who did research on laughter. He has a big pain clinic in Massachusetts and he has his clients laugh every day. And this laughter is consciously used laughter. It's a belly laughter. And laugh is simply freeing. It's positive. Yeah. You can laugh in so many different ways, and we will, in this emotional intelligence training, do many, many ways of laughing and learning to laugh more. It's fun. So we will practice emotion yoga and we will simply laugh more and more and more. Who thinks that more laughter would be just amazing to be included in life?
That was my favorite part of the session.
Thank you so very much. And I would like to announce to you that if you feel you have learned a little bit about emotional intelligence, we would like for you to consider to join us on the 20th and 21st of December. It will be on site in Pune, in Deccan, in a hotel. But they already know that we will be loud. And it will be also online. It appears like more participants will join online, and that is okay. So what you have learned tonight are some of the basics. We started with Daniel Goleman's 4 bubbles of what emotional intelligence evolves around. We explained to how the EQ was arising when before we only knew IQ. And we started to read lists of the emotions that are limiting us and a list of emotions that we want to feel more. We spoke about emotion yoga and the ability to step into emotions and fully feel them, and then again step out of them and be conscious about what we want to feel. We learned the I notice response and to differentiate when our body's reaction is coming guided by the limbic brain, and we all were raising our commitment to let our energy, our blood, and our awareness go to our neocortex and practice emotional intelligence more and more as we go ahead and we go along. So who would like to know something about the 2-day training? Who has any questions about what we did tonight, or who would like more information on the 2-day program, 20th and 21st of December?
What would be the timing, Dr. Doris?
We go to 10. We go 10 to 6.
It will be 9 o'clock Dubai time and 10:30 India time, and from 9 to 5:30 and from 10:30 to 7. So our normal, 9 to 5, sorry. 9 to 5 and 10:30 to 6:30. So about 7 hours. Of course, every 1.5 hours we break for a pause. You get some time for tea and moving around and taking some rest in between. We will have a 1-hour lunch pause, and the program will be very organized. One building block of emotional intelligence will be followed by the next and by the next. And in each of those building blocks, you will learn skills, graspable, tangible, clear, beautiful skills that you will put in your pocket so that you can take them out of your pocket and use. Sunita, are you thinking about joining us maybe in December?
Could be. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Yeah.
Nice. So it's on a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Please think about it. I think you would get really a lot out of it, particularly about the work that we have talked a little bit before you came in here today, that you do. It would be precious. Thank you so much for joining, Sunita. Thank you, you came.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I hope you learned a lot that you can take into the future.
Yeah.
Good food,
Bye-bye.
good rest.
Thank you, Dr. Doris.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Alia.
Thank you. Good
Dr.
night.
Doris,
Thank you.
can I stay back for the question?
Good food, good
Yes.
rest.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So welcome.
Paranjit.
So welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Doris. Thank you, Gregory.
You got it, Colorado.
Anna. It's so good to see you so often.
Ciao, ciao.
Tata.
Dr.
Paranjit, think about joining that workshop. Nah?
Yeah, I'll surely get in touch with you. Yeah.
Are you free on Saturday, Sundays?
Yeah, I'm free. I'm free on Saturday, Sundays. I'll get
Hmm.
in touch with you. Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you.
we are already connected. Thank you, Paranjit.
Bye.
Bye-bye.